Someone wrote in to our counselors saying, "My husband's business is ruining our marriage." My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, where you can write into. It's a free service. You could write into one of our counselors, and they'll give you some practical advice regarding your own situation. In this case, there's something of a mystery here, because we all know that the wife's business isn't ruining her marriage. She didn't go on to say that her husband's business is pornography and he is having sex with his actresses and / actors, and it wasn't like that. She went on to say that he's spending all of his time there and he's not paying attention to her. And he used to bring her flowers and sing to her and be very sweet, and now he's got all of his attention on the business instead of her. So what is the real problem here? Now, if she went to a therapist, the therapist would label him, probably call him a narcissist or some other thing trendy, help the wife put him down, and they might even end up getting a divorce because the therapist would convince the wife that he's some jerk. You know, you got to take a look at yourself in these situations, and you got to ask, if someone's not paying attention to you, you have to ask not what's wrong with them, but what am I doing? Am I putting my husband off? Am I not giving him what he needs? It doesn't mean that what he's doing is great, but there's a huge communication problem that we have in our society because there's so much confrontation that's advised. You know, ask your husband. All right, yeah, put him on the spot. Let him tell you that you're not dressing the way you used to, or this or that. Go ahead, start a fight. You can do that. Or you're smart. You know what's going on. And if you're not sure, here's a very simple thing that you can do. You could list the attributes that you had from his point of view when you were dating, right? That's when you were advertising yourself to him as the woman that he wanted to marry. List those attributes. What was the number one attribute? Was it smiling all the time? Were you kind? Did you laugh at his jokes? Did you bring him little gifts? Did you tell him how handsome he is? Who was that woman? And where is she now? Now, if you're the exact same way, oh my God, oh no, of course I'm not the same way. Everyone knows you change after you get married. Yeah, well, I don't know that. You know why I don't know that? I don't know that because I know why I got married. And I know why you got married. And I know why your husband got married. You and your husband and I, and everybody gets married for the same two reasons. We want to be happier every single day. We want to see our happiness increase every single day. And there's something that's even more important. More important. And if you went to that therapist, they would tell you, oh, that's an abstract thought. Love. You got married in order to experience unconditional love. Not just love, but unconditional love. And love, as you know, has no limitation. Our mind cannot wrap our arms around love. It's big. Therapists call it an abstract thought. I call these therapists who do that an abstract thought. Because there is nothing more tangible, more real to us as human beings than love. Just because you can't see it, just because you can't touch it, just because you can't smell it, doesn't mean it's not real. That's silly. You can't. How do you know the wind is there? You know the wind by what it makes you feel. Love is the same thing. But when you delve into love, when you go into love, and you can, and you experience love, and you have, you experienced love at your wedding and everyone else's wedding. There's this moment during the ceremony when everyone feels this upwelling from the heart. It's mind-boggling. I almost became a wedding crasher just so I could experience that. But I use meditation and my wife instead. Love is very real. And your husband married you. Let's look at his point of view for a moment. He married you not so he could get into business, but he married you so he can experience love through you. Are you there for that? Or are you critical of him, demanding? Do you condemn his actions? Are you the one who tells him that he doesn't look so good, that he's gained weight? Or are you the one that tells him he looks great now that he's gained some weight, that he looks even more distinguished as he's losing his hair? Who are you to him? When my son was 8 years old, I'm driving him to school one day, and he started to cry. He didn't want to go to school. Why not? What's wrong? He said, so-and-so doesn't like me. I went, okay. Sounds like you like him. I pulled over and I said, do you like him? He said, yeah. I said, tell me a little bit about him. He told me his name. I said, well, what does he like to do? He plays tennis. Okay. Do you ever play tennis with him? No. Do you ever tell him how good of a tennis player he is? No. Do you ever tell him what a great guy he is? No. Why should he like you? He jerked back and he realized, 8 years old. You don't have to be a genius for this. If you want someone to like you, you do things for them, with them, so they like you. Who do you like? You like people who are nice to you, who listen to you, who appreciate you, who love you. Your husband's the same way. So if you have been that person, and I'm not talking about you cook for him, you take care of the house for him, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about the external stuff. I'm talking about the internal love and appreciation of him that manifests the behaviors. That the behaviors aren't just what you do out of duty, but you do it out of love. If you do that, his business will take the second fiddle to you. Won't be as important as you are. But I'm willing to wager that he's spending more time with his business because you're not much fun. Could be wrong, but that would be where I would place my wager. I hope that you're getting this. I hope you're understanding this, because it's so much bigger than just this one thing. Marriage is the most amazing thing when you know how to operate it. You have to learn and apply. You have to learn about marriage. And in our society, we don't learn the right things. Where else have you heard these kinds of things about love and about appreciation and about making yourself a lover of your husband, not just acting like one? Subscribe to this channel so you could learn more and apply more. I've written a couple of books. You may not need that kind of advice right now. I've written And put together with the Marriage Foundation, we have courses for women. But those are generally for women whose marriages are falling apart and they really need help now. So I hope this was useful for you. Leave a comment if you'd like. Leave a like if you'd like. And hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you. God bless.